Okay. Hi. Let's start with today other methods of the array. So last class we have discussed regarding uh, adding element to the last or adding element from the first inside the array, and same way we have checked with removing element from the first and last. So today we will check about searching element from the array. So there are so many ways and so many methods available. Today we are just going through very basic search, but later we will move on and we'll check with some higher order functions as well for searching or for finding the elements inside the array. Okay, so let me share screen. Let me present now. Okay, I think you can see my screen. Okay, me slide so. Okay, so last class we have checked with array, we have checked with length properties, and then adding the element from the last, adding element from the first, deleting element from the last, deleting element from the first. Okay, now today we will go and check with searching the element inside the array. Okay, so already we discussed like array, each element inside the array will have index, right? So every element inside the array will have index, and index will starts with 0, right? So now we will find out. So we have one index of method. This is one array methods index of, which having index and o caps with of. Okay, so this index of methods will basically find out the element inside the array, and if it is matched, let's suppose the array element is found, then it will just return index of that element. Okay, it will just return index of that element. And if let's suppose the element is not present inside that array, if the element is not present inside that array, then what it returns, it returns -1. Okay, and it won't returns -1, -2, -3. It won't return like that. It will just return -1 for any element which is not present inside the array. Okay, so basically, and it takes two argument. One is search element, so what element you want to search, so that is one argument. And next argument for this method is from index. So by default always the search will starts from 0, but if you want to start search from mid or some index, specific index, then we can provide the second parameter to that index of, or else it's a optional field. Okay, from index it's a optional field. Okay, so just we have to pass array dot index of, and whatever element you want to get search with inside that array. Okay, so you can see here we have an array score which having 10, 20, 30, 10, 40, 20, and we are trying to search 30. So 30 means it's present inside the array, it's true. And then at index 2, because 10 is at 0 index, 20 is at 1 index, and 30 is at 2 index, so the result will be 2. But in the second example we can see we are trying to find the 50, but 50 is not present inside that array. So what happens here? Here just it will return -1, because why it won't return 0 means it basically it has to return 0, means anything with 0 defines as a false statement, right, in JavaScript. But it won't return 0 because index starts with 0. So if it returns 0 for negative value, then what happens? We'll feel like okay, it's present at the 0 index. That is the reason it will return at -1 if the element does not present inside the array. Okay, so let's check in VS Code and let's verify it. Okay, so I'm opening VS Code and I'll explain it through the code. Okay, so this is one also one way to search element inside the array. So I'll tell you how it is useful. Okay, so see, 10, 20, 30. Now I'll just do console dot log arr dot index of. Okay, now I'll just provide 20. I'm just searching the element 20. So once I'll search the element 20, it will just return me whatever the element I have searched. So here I'll just write node space index.js. It's a bit slow. Once again, I think it's a bit slow. Okay, see. So I'll just write node in space index.js. So we can see it's returning 1 because 20 is present as 1 index, because 10 is at 0 index, 20 at 1 index. Okay. Now next we'll try to find out what is that 90. So 90, if you see, there is no any element 90 inside the array. So this time what happens? It will just, I'm just trying to clear it. Okay, so once I execute node index.js, it will return -1. Okay, because 90 is not present inside that array. Okay, so how it is helpful? Like, we can pass if condition. Okay, inside if condition, what we can do, we can pass this, means if let's suppose one scenario is there. If element is present, if element is present, then return message as element found, or else return message as not found. Okay, so we are trying to write a one function. Okay, so we have one scenario to create a function which takes element as a parameter and which returns element found if it is found, or it returns not found. Okay, so we'll just create one function. So we are going to the function find, I'll just write find element. Okay, which takes two parameter, one is array and another is element, or I'll just write search element. Search element. Okay, so it takes two parameter. Now what happens, I have to write if this search element present inside this array or not. So how to check that? I'll just check if arr dot index of, okay, index of search element. Okay, but if I type index of search element, it will just return 1 2 3 4, right? Already we have discussed. If I just type here index of search element, it will return either 2 if it is fine, 1 if it is -1 if it is not fine. So I can just write not equal to -1. If not equal to -1, I'll compare, means it's found, because if it is not equal to -1 means this is returning some key, either 0 1 2 3. But if it is returning -1, that means that element is not inside this array. So that's why we have to check if condition not equal to -1. If not equal to -1 means element present inside this array. Okay, so I'll just comment this. This is older code, so I'll comment this. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to just write console.log, and we'll just write element found. Okay, element found. Else what we'll write, else console.log element not found. Okay, so let's call this method. So I have to pass array. So first parameter will be which array you want to search with. So I'll just pass one dummy array, that is 20 30 40, 56, 67, and 23. Okay, so this is the array I'm passing as first parameter. And second parameter, I wanted to search which element. So for let me search with 40. So I wanted to search 40 inside this array. Okay, so both will go to this function, right? Both will go to this function. So arr will become array and search element will become 40. Now it will check if this array contains 40. So it will check, okay, if arr dot index of search element means this array contains 40. It's at 0, 1, 2, so it's at 2, second position 40 is there. So 2 is not equal to -1, it's a true, because 2 is never equal to -1. So what happens, it will just tell element found. But if I'll do 90, then what happens, 90 array index of search element. So 90 is not present in array, so what it will return, it will return -1. So -1 is not equal to -1, false, right? So it will go else apart and it will just return element not found. Okay, so that is the one. So let's print it and check. Oh, I have not saved this file. Okay, see, element not found for 90. But if I'll try to do 40, then it will tell element found. See, and if you want to find like which element it found and what is the index of that element, so for that just you can write, okay, just you can write this too. What is that? Attribute index. Element found at index this. Fine. So now what happens? It will just return you the element found at index 2 because 40 is present at index 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this is the one way to search element, okay, index of, and we have to compare like this, okay, not equal to -1. So like this you can use and you can create a function. So this type of things will be used when you are going for program. Okay, when you are trying, let's suppose you have got from database, basically let's suppose this data is you got from the database, from server, and you wanted to search if any person data is there or not. So what happens, you will write like this, if any person data is there, then it will return, okay, element person data found. If any person data is not there, it will just tell element is not found. So this type of scenario we can use and we can execute this. Okay, understood? Any doubt here, Amar, in index of? First example was just for getting the index, but now I have implemented the index of this one. First example was simple. Okay, so function, if you didn't understand, then just will comment this. Okay, so later once I'll go for more detailing, more time will happen, no, then you'll understand. Okay, okay, so as of now just try, just this one you understood, this one 10, 20, 30, 40. This you understood? Okay, so just try to understand. So if element is found, that means index is -1. If element is not found, then index is, sorry, if element not found, then -1. If element found, then in that index. Okay, so just that much is enough as of now. Okay, fine. So let's suppose arr dot index of 40, 30. So it will just be found. Fine, so it's find at 2, right? This is fine, no? This much is fine. Okay, now see what I'll do now here. I'll just store this value. Now tell me this after executing this, what I'll get. Tell me, after executing this line executing, what value I'll get. This array dot index of 30, what it will return? 2, right? 2 it will return, right? So I'll just store in result. Fine, I'm storing in result. So what is this result? Result will be 2, right? Result will be 2. So If result is 2 means what you understood, like element is there, right? If result is 2 means element is there. If result is minus 1 means element is not there, right? So I'll just try to write result if equal to, or sorry, if greater than equal to 0, right? If greater than equal to 0 means element is found, right? Correct or not? Because if result value is either 0, either 1, either 2, either 3, so if result is greater than equal to 0, that means element found, right? But if result is less than 0, then what happens? Element not found. This is fine. This much is fine. So in place of this, I can write, instead of this greater than 0, I can write if result is not equal minus 1, that means element found. This is also true, right? I'm telling if result is not equal to minus 1. If result is not equal to minus 1 means definitely the element is there. This is fine. See, when result will come minus 1? When I'll write here instead of 30, when I'll write 90. Result will come minus 1. Because 90 is not present in this array. Got it? Understanding? See, once I'll print this result array index of 90, it will return what? It will return minus 1. Why it will return minus 1? Because 90 is not present inside that array. Right? Is it correct? Is it true? It's fine. So that's why I'm trying to write if result is not equal to minus 1. Means anywhere if result will come minus 1, that means that element is not present inside that array. Correct? Got it? I'm trying to compare result with minus 1. I'm telling if result is not equal to minus 1, that means element is present, because result is not equal to minus 1 means result is either 0, either 1, either 2, either 3. So element found. But if result is equal to minus 1, that means element not found. That only we studied. No, if 90 is not present, that means minus 1. So minus 1 result. So minus 1 not equal to minus 1. False. So it will go else part and it will just print element not found. And if result is 1 or 2 or 0, then that time what happens? If not equal to minus 1, definitely it is true, because 0 is not equal to minus 1. So it will tell element found. This much you understood. Now see, it will just tell element not found, because index of 90 will return minus 1, and it will tell minus 1 is not equal to minus 1. Minus 1 is not equal to minus 1. It's a false, no? Because minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Here, minus 1, which is the value of result, is not equal to minus 1. This is false, no? This is false or true? Tell. Minus 1 equal to minus 1, no? Minus 1 is always equal to minus 1, right? But I am writing minus 1 is not equal to minus 1. That is false statement. This false statement we have studied in comparison operator, right? So false statement means if condition will get fail, so it will go to else part. Else part it will tell element not found. And if it will come, let's suppose I'll write here 30. I'll write here 30. So 30 will give us 0, 1, 2. So result will be 2. So 2 is not equal to, so here the value will be, result value will be 2. So 2 is not equal to minus 1. This is true only, no? 2 is not equal to minus 1, that is true. Because always 2 is not equal to minus 1. So true means element found. So that's why it will come inside. If condition, it will print element found. So that is the reason I have written here index of not equal to minus 1 that time. And this is just like array. I'm just converting into function. Instead of passing like variable values and all, I've directly passed it as a function. That's why you got confused. Okay, this you understood. This one you understood. Observe it properly. See, whenever we are trying to compare only the result value, right? So result value will be whatever that will compare with not equal to minus 1. So if result value is 1, 2, 0, 3, 4, 5, then that is not equal to minus 1. That is true only. So if it is if condition will become true, then if inside if condition it will go. If condition will get fail, then in outside else condition it will go, right? So whenever 2 is not equal to minus 1, that is true. So true means element found. So 2 is definitely element found, 30. But if I'll write 90, then it will return minus 1. Then result will be minus 1. So minus 1 not equal to minus 1. That is false, no? Because minus 1 is equal to minus 1. But I am telling minus 1 is not equal to minus 1. This is false statement. So if false statement will be there, then where it will go? If condition won't execute, so directly it will go to else condition. It will print element not found. That is truth only, because 90 is not present in the array. Right? Got it? Okay. Revise it. Revise it. Backside everything, like whatever the comparison operator is there, not equal to, if condition, revise. Okay. Then you'll understand properly. Okay. So this you observe the code. Okay. Next, so this is for index of. One method is index of. So using index of also we can search the element which will return index. But we have one more method called include. Okay. So next method we will go for sorry, it's a last index. So I didn't teach you index of second parameter. So let's start with index of second parameter. We have just taught, I have just taught you index of first parameter. Just we are passing the search element, right? Only one parameter. So let's suppose I will just write ARR 10, 20, 30, 20, 10, 50, 90. Okay, this is the repeated one, right? So 10 is at 0 index also. 10 is at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth index also, right? I'll just write here index so that it will not be uh, this one for you. Okay. So I'll just write index as well. So I'll write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6, total 7 element, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 element starting from 0 index to 6 index. Now see, 10 is at 0 also, 10 is at 4 also, right? So if I'll write here console dot log, and I'll write ARR dot index of, right? I'll write just 10. So if I'll write only 10, what it will return? It will return at 0, because it will just check, okay, 10 starting from 0 index. So it will return 0. Okay, so the value will be 0, right? Value will be 0. Even though 10 is present at 4, but it won't return 4, because I have not passed second parameter. I'm just searching 10 inside this array. So 10 inside this array is nothing but starting from first, it will start with 0. So it will just check 0. So it will get in the 0 index, so it will return 0. Right? But let's suppose I wanted to not search from first. I wanted to search from the second index, this index. So 0, 1, 2. So start search from 2 index. Okay, so I'm telling index of 10 means search 10 inside this array starting from 2. So starting from 2 means 0, 1, 2. So starting from 30. So start search from 30. So if you start search from 30 means 10 is not there at second index, 10 is not there at the third index, but 10 is there at fourth index. So this scenario, this time it will print 4 instead of 0. See, previously 10 was printing index at 0, but I told no, don't start from 0, start from second. Means start searching from second. So it will start searching from second. Okay, so this is second parameter, which is optional. You no need to pass this. Okay, but if you want to search like this, you have to search. You can search by passing from where you want to start the search, either from mid, either from last, either from first. So from where index you have to start the search. So this is optional parameter. Either you pass or you won't pass. If you won't pass, it will start from 0. If you will pass, it will start from whatever specific index you will pass, that specific index it will start searching. Okay, so this is one. So next we have similar index of. So next we have similar to, it got hanged. last index. So just now we have checked with starting from first, right? So now we have one more method which will give us starting at last index. Means what is the last index of that element? Till now we have just got first occurrence. Like if 10 is present as first, so that only it will print, right? That only it will return. But let's suppose 10 is present at here also, 10 is present at here also, and 10 is present at last also. So in this scenario, if I want to check if any other 10 is present or not, so if what is the last index where 10 is present? So 10 is present at 0, 10 is present at 4, and 10 is present at 7. So last index of 10 is last index. So what is the last index of 10? 0, 4 and 7. So last index is 7. So it will just return 7. Now see, if I'll print here, it will return 7. See. So this is one method, last index. So if you want to search starting index where at first where it is found, so just use index of. If you want to search, okay, where is the last index? Means at what, how many 10 are there? How many places 10 are there? What is the last place we found the 10? So last place we found the 10 at 7. But let's suppose 10 is not there. 10 is not there. Okay, 10 is not there. I'll just return the 10. So first index also at 0, last index also it will tell at 0 because 10 is present only one place, right? So it will just return 0. And if you'll write index of also it will return 0 because only one 10 is there, right? Only one 10 is there. So it will return 0. Both place it will return 0 because only one 10 is there. But if you do the same for 20, then what happened? 20 is present at index 1 because index of I'm writing. So index of will always start with 0. So it will print with 1. But if I try to write so last index of 20, where it is present. So last index means one index is present and other three index is present, other no index. So basically 20 is present at last in 3 index. So it will return 3. Okay, so this is last index. Understood? First index, last index, index of and last index of method. Understood? Amar, any doubt here? You are there in the call? Hello, Amar. You are on mute. Are you joining again? Hello, Amar. You are there? Okay, it's fine. You can check later. I think you are on mute. Okay. Next, we'll go for uh, include. Okay. So next we have called include. So include is basically searching. It will search inside the array and it will return true or false. If it is present, it will return true. If it is not present, it will return false. That is only the include. Okay. So instead of last index of, if I'll write includes, then it will not return the index. It will just return true if it is there. It will return false if it is not there. That much only for include. Okay, but if I write here instead of 20, if I write 90, 100, then it is not present. 100 is not present, so it will return false. That's it. So this is up to for one more method, includes. Okay, and includes also we have from index, so where you want to search from. So by default it will start search from 0, but if you want to start search, you can start by mid or whichever index you will pass, it will start search from there. Okay, fine, understood. Any doubt here? Includes, this is very important topic, includes. Hello, Amar. Hello. Yeah, yeah. Understood includes. Yeah, yeah. I'm telling understood. You understood includes. My voice is not audible. Okay, your net is proper. Yeah, yeah. Your net is proper. Hello, I'm able to hear you. Hello. Okay, your net is not proper. Your net is proper. You have good internet. Okay, so that's it for today. In includes. So further we will see some more methods. Okay. Thank you for today.